Hey my loves! Welcome back to Sensational Sense, where I help you glow up from the inside out. If you're new here and you haven't yet subscribed, fix that now by hitting the bell and join the growing community of sensational ladies all over the world. Okay, my darlings, so today we are talking about something that is so important, yet so underrated, and that is having self-respect. Now, to start with a definition, self-respect is essentially the belief in your own worthiness, the belief that you are deserving of dignity and being treated like you have value, because you do. Now, this invisible force of self-respect completely changes your life. But the thing is, it's not what most people think it is. You see, there's a lot of people who talk about respecting themselves. They talk a good game about what they will and won't accept, but when you look at their lives and their boundaries, they actually tolerate a load of nonsense, which suggests that what they say about self-respect isn't really how they feel. So in this video, I'm going to teach you how to have self-respect so that you can start getting the treatment you deserve and repel people who have no interest in recognizing your worth. I hope you're ready. So, the first tip on how to build your self-respect is to stop over-explaining yourself. Now, we've all been there, we say no, and then automatically we feel the need to explain, the reason is because this, and I've got this to do, and this, and you end up giving someone a whole essay about your boundary. When you respect yourself, you believe that you're worthy to have your feelings, so you don't need to explain them to other people. Now, in my video about boundaries, which I've linked in the description below, I go into this in way more detail, which effectively is super important, especially for women, because we're always being taught to be kind and be nice, and sometimes it gets in the way of giving us the life we want. But essentially, when you respect yourself, you outgrow the need to be understood by everybody. No explanations, no auditioning for people to agree with you. The next tip to building self-respect is treating yourself like a good friend. Now, I have a video that goes into way more detail about this, which is about how to love yourself and be your own Valentine. And I also feel like my video on romanticizing your life has some good tips in there as well. So check those out after this one, linked in the description below. But essentially, building self-respect starts with how you talk to yourself. What is your inner dialogue? Do you criticize yourself for being stupid when you make a mistake? Or do you praise yourself and celebrate yourself and give yourself grace when you've made a mistake and say, you know what, you didn't get that right, but I'm really proud of you for trying. Respecting yourself is treating yourself delicately with care. Now, that doesn't mean that you don't hold yourself accountable, and that doesn't mean you make excuses for your bad behavior, but it means that you treat yourself and talk to yourself how you would a little child. Equally, treating yourself like a good friend includes your health as well. So how do you treat your body? Are you treating your body like something that's valuable? Are you thanking your body for everything it does for you by putting good foods into it that helps it work even better? Are you strengthening your body? Or are you throwing your body around, putting it in places and situations that it doesn't want to be, with people that it doesn't want to be? How about your nervous system? Are you constantly engaging with people who trigger you and make you feel like you need to defend yourself or argue, or watching content that spikes your nervous system and makes you angry and frustrated? Or are you lighting your scented candles and creating a peaceful environment in your mind, body, and spirit so that you can regulate your nervous system? It's really important to ask yourself these questions. And if you want more information on how to build a peaceful environment for yourself, check out my video on how to protect your peace. Another thing that women who respect themselves do is walk away from mistreatment. You see, the biggest key to how much somebody respects themselves isn't what they say, it's what they tolerate. We can say what we want, but if people treat us poorly and we still show up for those people, if people treat us badly and we don't change the level of access they have to us, That says something about how we respect and value ourselves. So walking away is important to building self-respect. And that includes jobs that are taking advantage of you, family members that are taking advantage of you, toxic friendships. It doesn't have to be a crash out. It doesn't have to be loud. And obviously with a job, make sure you do it strategically. But staying in environments where you're not valued diminishes your self-respect. Whereas ensuring that you are only in places where respect is served increases it. Now, don't get me wrong, my darlings. The sneaky truth that no one tells you about respecting yourself is that often you do and will lose people. Right now in your life, there are probably a big number of people who hugely benefit from your low standards and your compassion. So be prepared to lose people when you take this step. It is painful, but trust me, in a few years' time, you'll be grateful that you did, because whilst the quantity of people engaging with you may, or should I say, will decrease, the quality will go up. And the people who choose to stay and the new people that you attract in your life with your high standards and self-respect will be people worth keeping. The final point I'm going to make in today's video about self-respect is the art of keeping promises to yourself. Again, going back to the idea that you are worthy of dignity and being treated as though you have value. So if you promise yourself that you're going to go to the gym on Friday at 6, make sure you do it. If you promise yourself that you're not going to put yourself in a position again where you lend money to somebody who has not paid you back 5 times already, keep that promise to yourself. You see, if you build that self-trust, it's then easier for you to demand those standards and that respect from others because you keep those promises to yourself. If you spend some money from your savings unexpectedly, replenish that money. Respect yourself. Respect your long-term financial plan. It's all about watering yourself like the beautiful plant you are. And of course, occasionally you may fall off. But just like I mentioned in my video about how to reinvent yourself, you can always get back on that wagon. But treating yourself like a good friend and keeping those promises to yourself is a brilliant way to start. And you'll see, my darlings, you will see how the universe responds to you, because the universe will never treat you better than how you treat yourself. I hope you found this video helpful, my darlings, and don't forget to check out my playlists. Until the next one, mwah.